Hi everyone, my name's Alexa. I titled this video, How I Recruited a Level 1 Emerald, because that's what I'm going to share. I'm going to share how I spotted her. I'm going to share what qualities she has and why I thought she'd be awesome at this, and then how I got her to start sharing. So the first thing that you should know is I actually am a senior Ruby ambassador, which means in this company, it is possible to outrank the person you are under. Rare, but possible. So the first part of this story is that I was in this friend's life because I was actually her children's babysitter, which also means that I was in her house, which also means I saw what was sitting on her counters. I also knew that she was thin, that she worked out, and that she looked healthy. And I also knew that she was trusted, that she was engaged and really a part of her church community and her women's group. Now, I desire like-minded women doing this with me. Can anyone, even if you're not a person of faith, be successful? Absolutely. But I personally notice those people because I connect with them more deeper. So I also knew that she was a couponer. So that means she spoke the language of free. They didn't have tons of money, but they made it work with the one income as she was a stay-at-home mom. And so what I noticed on her counters was probiotics, vitamins, and Miralax. I didn't know who took these. I don't know for how long. I don't really know if it helped them. But also what I've came to learn is that she really struggled with anxiety and some other diagnoses, that she is a pre-diabetic and diabetes runs in her family, aka a lot of unseen health problems. So what did I do? I went home and I talked to my mom. My mom is also a senior Ruby with Plexus, and so she gets it. She gets the vision, she gets what we offer, she gets it all, and she gets me. So I go home and I'm sharing all of these things about my friend, why she's amazing, why she'd be amazing at this, why she needs this. And what did she tell me? She said, keep dripping on her, she'll come around. So I kept saying that in the back of my mind. I'm like, she'll come around, she'll come around. So I gathered up the courage to share. I'm not even going to say I shared boldly, because I did not. I shared horrified, y'all. I was horrified of what she would think about me. I was horrified that I wouldn't know the answers to all of her questions. I also know she's very bold and very driven, both great qualities, but I didn't want her to come at me with all these questions that I did not know how to answer. Also, this was 5 years ago, so it's a little bit hard to remember the timeline of how everything went down, but I ended up giving her some samples, and those samples sat in her cabinet for months, the entire summer. And then when they came back from traveling and all those things, she decided to try it, and she really saw some differences with a 3-day sample pack back in the day when we used to have those. So she ordered, and I began to tell her that she could get her products paid for. She could earn a commission that paid for her products. Remember, she speaks the language of free. And so that is what encouraged her to share, along with feeling a difference in these, with these products, and just the desire to share with her friends. That is what created this decision for her to start sharing. So is this person that I'm explaining and sharing the only successful person in Plexus? No, that's a beauty fit. But I encourage you to pay attention to people. When you have an inside scoop on their life, when you are in the trenches with them, pay attention and ask questions and offer this life-changing opportunity, because it may just change someone's life. the last thing I'll leave you is a little excerpt of what she recently shared. There is a picture of us hugging at a recent Plexus event, and this is what she said. "This candid shot captured more than you can see with your eyes. You see a hug, I see a deep lifelong bond because of what Alexa did for me. She told me about products that have changed so much in my life. It's not cliche, and I don't say it lightly. It's true. I'm no longer suffering in silence, pasting on fake smiles, and walking around with panic nipping at my heels. I'm living a life full of health, happiness, and purpose, with the deepest sense of joy I've ever known." And it makes me emotional because, one, I know my life has been changed. And if 5 years ago I chose to stay in the fear of what will she think of me, she may not have this story. Or she may be on someone else's team, which would also be very sad for me. But she thought I was a stupid college student, y'all, that had been sucked into one of those things. Like, my fears kind of came true, okay? Like, I was scared that she would think horrible things about me. And not that she thought horrible things about me but as a human, but what did you do, poor Alexa? And so all of that doesn't matter. If we can step outside of that and just share something that could really change someone's life, y'all, her life is so different 5 years. And even last year and the year before. And so I just want you to know that there are people out there that think they don't need this, that we have to offer. And if we can offer something and remove ourselves, there could be amazing things that happen. So I encourage you to pay attention to people and recognize the qualities that really can make them successful. Paint the picture, cast the vision, and see what happens.